right. Okay. My name is Regence Norwoods. I'm a senior certification officer here at the Department of Procurement Services. And one of the things that I do is review applications for certification and make recommendations. So today we're going to talk about the two federal programs we have, which is the DBE and ACDBE program. So department overview. DPS is the contracting authority for the procurement of goods and services for the city of Chicago. We work together as a team and with our customers to guarantee an open, fair, and timely process by establishing, communicating, and enforcing superior business practices. Our goals at a glance, we'll talk about the benefits of certification, who qualifies, what the requirements are, the application process, the required documents and information that we need, and what to expect after the applications are submitted. Understanding of the DBE and ACDBE programs. DBE stands for Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, and ACDBE stands for Airport Concession Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. So we'll say that a lot. DBE, ACDBE program requirements, certification process, application, the benefits of becoming DBE and ACDBE certified with the city, and what happens when you're certified. We are the contracting authority for the procurement of goods and services for the city of Chicago. We pledge to work together as a team and with our customers to guarantee an open, fair, and timely process by establishing, communicating, and enforcing superior business practices. Integrity, public trust, and the law are our guiding principles. What are the DBE and ACDBE certification requirements? The City of Chicago is a federal grant recipient subject to the U.S. Department of Transportation, or DOT, and Federal Aviation Administration, FAA. The DBE ACDB requirements are under the 49 CFR Parts 26 and 23. The objectives of the DBE ACDBE program are to ensure non-discrimination in the award and administration of DOT, FHWA, the highway, FTA, and FAA assisted contracts in the department's highway, transit, airport financial assistance programs, and airport concessions programs. And another objective is to create a level playing field on which eligible businesses can compete fairly for DOT-assisted contract opportunities. The DBE ACDBE program provides guidance for the participation of those firms in federally funded contract opportunities. The main requirements is that the firm is socially and economically disadvantaged. According to 49 CFR Parts 26 and 23, a business must be a for-profit small business, which is at least 51% owned by one or more socially and economically disadvantaged persons, and whose management and operations are controlled by one or more of the socially and economically disadvantaged owners. Airport concessions can include businesses, not only concessions, but provide services such as management consultation, goods, supplies, advertising services to the airport concessions operating at O'Hare or Midway. One of the requirements for social disadvantage defined is the groups defined, which are Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, Native Americans, subcontinent Asian Americans, Asian Pacific Americans, women, and other individuals who can individually prove social and economic disadvantage. And so if the majority owner does not fall into one of these categories, you can provide a statement, an affidavit. It has to be, there is a criteria that you need to address all of those points in, that is reviewed by our legal department if you are not in one of these groups and feel that you have been socially and that you are socially and economically disadvantaged. Economic disadvantage. We look at the majority owner's personal net worth. We provide a statement that the majority owner needs to complete. And once that's complete, we look at your assets. You report your assets minus your liabilities, and that equals your net worth. And for DBE and ACDBE eligibility, the majority owner cannot exceed $1.32 million after adjustments. We also look at business size standards. For the DBE program, we look at the firm's 5-year average annual gross receipts. And so we look at the firm's tax returns. The gross receipts should not average over 5, should not exceed the SBA size limit for the firm's primary line of business, or 3-year average of 28.48 million for FHWA/FTA assisted contracts. The FAA assisted contracts must not exceed the SBA size limit for the firm's primary line of business. And there is a link where a website you can look at table size standards. So just to be clear on that, we look at the 5-year average annual gross receipts, and it's the lesser of. So if your primary line of business is for the SBA 36.5 million, for example, we would compare your gross receipts to the 28.48 million. For the ACDBE, you'll see that it's a lot higher. Those are your airport concessions and firms that provide services or goods to those airport concessions. We look at the 5-year average annual gross receipts, and it should not exceed, the firm should not exceed 56.42 million for most firms, and obviously that's very high. For car rentals, it's higher, 75.23 million. For banks, even higher, 1 billion in assets. For payphone companies, 1,500 employees. So we're actually looking at the number of employees, not gross receipts. Same with automobile dealers, cannot exceed 315. The application process. The following steps must be completed before your firm can be considered a certified DBE, ACDBE with the city of Chicago. The application is online at www.chicago.mwdbe.com. Once you get to the correct application, you'll need to attach copies of supporting documentation relating to the firm and the majority owners associated with the firm. hard copies are no longer accepted. We also, the DBE ACDBE program also requires an on-site interview visit process. So we do have a field analyst that will go out to your office or home, if you have a home office, warehouse, wherever you may keep goods or inventory, to do a site visit. And the application and the interview is a fairly standard questionnaire. Getting started, you will need the following documents in order to fill out the application. For the federal program, for the DBE ACDBE, the majority owners must provide evidence of citizenship or legal residency. And so we are looking for passports or naturalization papers, things like that. We also will need proof of the initial contribution by the owner or owners. So what I typically ask for is proof of startup funds, where they came from. For example, if it came from the owner's personal account, I want to see the bank statement transfer and then into the business account. Other business documents, depending on the business organization type, for sole proprietors, we request copies of your assumed name certificate. For partnerships, we ask for copies of the partnership agreement and assumed name certificate. That partnership agreement should be executed by all parties. Limited liability company, we ask for copies of the original and amended administrative agreements and the assumed name certificate, if applicable. Corporations, we ask for copies of articles of incorporation and bylaws. And that's just to name a few documents that we do ask for. Additional documentation that we ask for, W-2s or 1099s, 1099 forms for current and previous, for the current and previous 2 years for all owners. We also ask for 5 years of signed and dated. Manually sign those tax returns, please. Even if you submitted them electronically, we're asking for manual signatures on the tax returns. And include the entire copy of the tax return. All supplemental schedules, everything. We also ask for 5 years of manually signed and dated U.S. individual income tax returns for those owners. Again, include all of the attachments and schedules, and please sign and date, even if they're electronically submitted. We ask for financial statements, including balance sheets, assets and liabilities, and income and expense statements. Again, the federal regulations require the performance of an on-site visit to the office of the firm seeking DBE ACDBE certification. The site visit report of an applicant by any other USDOT fund recipient may be relied upon to meet this requirement. So for example, if you're, we do certify DBE, ACDBE firms that are certified home in their home state. So that's called an interstate certification. We may request, for example, if your home state is Indiana and you're seeking certification here in Illinois through the city of Chicago, we will reach out to the Indiana agency and request their site visit. And depending on the circumstances, a firm may or may not be notified when an on-site visit interview will be conducted. And that's not likely. We do try to accommodate firms and try to make sure that we can accommodate them, schedule it. Other factors. So when we look at an application, we are looking at ownership. Is the firm and owners, are they disadvantaged? Do they meet the business size determination, the size test? We look at the owner's personal net worth. We look at if the owners are operating and are they independent? If the owners are operating their business independently, are they in control of their business? And it is the firm's, they need to provide, they have the burden of proof to provide the information to us. And based on all of these factors, we may make a recommendation to approve or deny the application. Maintaining certification. So no change affidavits are required annually. There is no expiration of your certification as a DBE and ACDBE once you are certified. So keep that in mind. Your certification does not ever expire. However, you do need to ensure that you file your no change affidavit timely annually. You just need to affirm that on an annual basis, there haven't been any changes that would impact the firm's eligibility for certification. Material changes involving ownership, business size, owner's personal net worth, even change of address, that should be reported to the city of Chicago within 30 days of occurrence. And you can either email us, or what you can also do is on the portal where your application is, you can submit an expansion application explaining the change of ownership and then provide the proper documentation. So if it was a change of ownership, you would provide the purchase sale agreement, whatever agreement you have, or if it was a change in address, you could provide a copy of the new lease agreement, things like that. Annual no change affidavits and material changes, again, can be reported on our portal. And here is the website once again, chicago.mwdbe.com. What are the benefits of becoming ACDBE and DBE certified? Well, the first thing is it's free. So you don't have to pay an application fee. Once you're certified as an DBE and or ACDBE, there are opportunities for participation in US DOT and FAA federally funded contracts with the City of Chicago, Illinois Department of Transportation, Chicago Transit Authority, Metra, and PACE. So these 5 agencies make up the Illinois UCP. We have a relationship with a number of agencies that can provide assistance to firms. These assist agencies provide a variety of services to small businesses. And one of the things is if you're having difficulty filling out the application, you can go reach out to that assist agency and they may be able to help you. The City of Chicago DBE ACDBE program demonstrates the city's continued commitment to the success of minority and women-owned businesses. And typically, the certification application process takes 90 days. Once you're certified, so again, We provide one-stop certification as a DBE ACDBE. Certification is accepted by IDOT, Metra, PACE, and CTA. So once you get certified, you can utilize your certification on any of these agencies' contracts. It's accepted. Reciprocity. You can sign up for DPS and DOA, Department of Aviation, alerts for contracting opportunities with the City of Chicago. All City of Chicago sister agency contracting opportunities can be found on their respective website online. We provide, again, a list of agencies that provide assistance to DBE firms. There are assist agencies that can help in all aspects of your business development. And I'll be able to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Regents, for that presentation. And I am just going to share my screen just so that we can put Regents' information up just so that you know who she is. So if you have questions, feel free to use the Q&A panel. Again, like I said, we have such a small group for today. So if you would like to be on mic to ask your question, we can definitely do that as well, just because there aren't as many folks here to ask questions in the same area. If you do not have any questions, again, I want to thank Regents for that information that she actually presented to you today. And Regis has put in the chat area her email address.
Actually, I put in the DPS certification email address. So if you have any questions, you can email that and it'll be distributed to any one of the certification officers who can answer your question.
Okay, perfect.
And then I do want to note too, once you do apply and your certification is received and assigned to certification officer, you can reach out to that person directly.
The certification officer you are referring to?
Yeah, whoever is assigned to your application to review it.
Okay. Well, right now we do not have any further questions. So if we do not have any questions for the Q&A panel, I want to thank Regis Norwoods for presenting that information. And I want to thank the attendees for coming and getting information that will help them with their DBE and ACDBE certifications. And if you have no further questions, this will be the end of our presentation. So we hope that you stay safe, stay well, and we will definitely have a in-person vendor fair August 25th. More information to come on that. And we will definitely be reaching out to give you information on other outreach opportunities so that you can network with folks and learn some of this information. And I think the airport, CDA is having a airport expo that's at the UIC Pavilion on May 25th. So you might want to partake in that as well. You can get some great information with them as well. And if there are no further questions, Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you at our next workshop that you join us. Thank you. Thank you, Regents.
Thank you.